This is Brian and Sarah Garden. Look at what you're looking at. This is turmeric, and yes, I harvested my turmerics. Unfortunately, my son was too lazy to hold the camera for me.
Sorry.
His video games are more important.
Exactly.
But yes, so I harvested the turmeric. I kept some of them. I put it in this new pot. I'm hoping it will fill up this whole area with turmeric. Also, I'm walking in the back, so where the turmeric was at in the beginning was actually in the back of the yard. So just give me 1 second to get there. Yeah, all the plants pretty much doing okay, especially the ginger. I have made a decision. I am not going to be. I know I said I was going to grow more plants, but I decided not to anymore. I'm just going to stick with what I know. This is where I harvested a whole bunch of turmeric, and all those turmeric, and put some back into the ground for next year, and then this one we're leaving alone for the following year. So like I was saying, yes, I am no longer going to buy any more grow any more plants. I'm not giving up and growing, but what I am going to do is just dedicate myself growing ginger, galanga, and turmeric. What I already have, of course, I'll keep. I'm not going to get rid of them. I'll keep growing them until, until their life is over, I guess. But yeah, so all I'm going to be growing is that, exception the dragon fruit. Of course, I'm going to keep the hibiscus plant. I'm going to keep, but when it comes to the turmeric, yeah, I harvested this one here. I promise you, I will have it recorded. Today is just my son's. Was stubborn today. He didn't want to work, and he does a lot for me, so I can't really complain that he doesn't want to do it. But if you look at my hibiscus plant, wow, it's huge. So I can imagine if this plant came out late. I mean, extremely late. It started coming out in August. I was like, what? And I planted this in March? So yeah, it took forever to grow. But it came up, grew, and it's growing its flowers. So I can imagine how tall this plant is. Imagine I'm 5'10", and it has a little curve here on it. So if it was completely straight, it's already a little bit past me now, so it wouldn't be completely past. And then I got these other ones who came out a little late as well. So, at least it grew. So, like I said, I'm just gonna keep what I have and be grateful with that. And because me and my wife were talking to make beds here, it'll be a waste of time because we are gonna move again eventually in about a year or two. So why invest our money on this if we're gonna be moving? So I understand it, and plus I'm switching jobs, and the new job that I'll be moving to will be over the road. I'll be traveling a lot, so I won't be home to really care. So turmeric, the ginger, pretty much they take care of themselves. Honestly, I have not done nothing to this plants, just giving water. And I always, when I come back from over the road traveling, I can always give them their compost and whatever needs to be done. Now, what does that mean with the compost? Well, compost is out the door. I'll keep the worms, because then my wife can always put the worms, the food into the worms, and they'll eat the food scraps to the worms. They'll eat it, and then when I come back, I'll spread the worm castings to the pots. So compost is in. My wife doesn't want to deal with having to turn the pile and stuff like that. She's not really into that kind of stuff. And where she's from, what they do, they just dig a hole next to the plant and they stick their food scraps in the ground, cover it, and then right there is done and over with. The plant has food. That's how they do it. And I'll be honest with you, her mother's farm plants are beautiful, extremely beautiful. So this is another plant keeping. Is what we call japtia in Spanish. I don't know how to say it. It's like a root plant that we're also gonna end up keeping. So keep on growing. So then that's pretty much it. This is Brian and Sarah Garden. Have a wonderful day, and peace out.